Hello everyone, my name is Alan Orison and welcome to Random Prop Shop. Now today we are going to go through making one of these little guys. Now this is the baby's first lightsaber. It's just a cool little rattle that I have designed for my kids, and I thought you guys might like to make one up for yours. So you can purchase the 3D files to print this at randompropshop.com, and once you have this all printed off, let me show you how to put it all together. Okay, so this is everything you will need to make this happen. So out with your printed pieces, you'll need some super glue. Now I prefer to use the gel type glue, just because it's a little bit more controllable. But if all you have is the standard liquid super glue, feel free. It'll do as good a job. It's just, if you want a little bit more control, grab the gel stuff. Your little craft knife or a pair of scissors. Now you can technically do this with your hand if you want. I just like to have a little craft knife there just in case. But once you've finished your print, this is what you will be left with. Now obviously this is the sort of Sith dark side variant. So you have your the little blades, it's just a little hollowed out tube. Now I have just printed these at 0.2, so it's a sort of draft copy, so it's got a tactile feeling to it. If you put this up to like 0.1 or 0.16, it becomes sort of smoother and it's got less of these sort of rib lines on it. But because it's going to be handled by my kid, I want it to be a sort of tactile kind of feeling kind of thing. So you can get away with running these off at a sort of higher resolution, or a lower resolution, sorry. And it just gives the kids something to play with. It's like all the toys they get now have sort of different textures and stuff on there. So I like to leave that on there just so they've got something to feel and play with. Now with the base here, with the actual base side of it, or the hilt, I printed this with full support. So just now this looks horrendous, but all of this comes off, it's just support. With the actual blade, the only thing I add on there is a little bit of a brim, and that's just because it is slightly higher. I want to make sure it sticks to the bed. So how do we get these ready for putting together? Well, with the blade and the brim, all you have to do is just snap this little brim off here. It goes off really easily. If you have a little bit too much at the bottom here, you can just trim it off with a little knife. But the more we have down here, the more it holds into your eye find. You'll see that in just a second. So we can get rid of that piece, we don't need it. And that's basically this ready. Now this is the fun part. Now you'll notice I haven't printed off the P's here. With this file, you'll get the blade, the hilt, and you'll get a little set of 6 to 8 P's that you can print off. I don't print those. I use the support as the sort of rattle P's on the inside. So you'll notice at the bottom of the hilt there's these little sections here that just rotate up and pop off. That's just to keep everything in place. Now these will generally come off with by hand pretty easy, but if you do get a little bit stuck, you can use your blade. There we are. So that's all those little bits off. You may need to trim up a little bit at the bottom, but we'll just use our blade for that in a second. And with these little pieces here, I tend to either just snap these in half, like that, and these will become the insert to make the rattle work. So once we get all these snapped up, that should be enough there. Once you put these on the inside, it makes a great rattle noise, and it means you're not wasting any material. So yeah, that's the reason why I do it that way. I just use the support for that. So now we have the support off the bottom. I have a little bit of clean up here. When you want to do that, just use your craft knife. And as always with craft knives, please be careful. If you're a kid or if you're a minor, please have your parents there just to make sure you don't hurt yourself with that. So now we have to get the sort of main piece of support off here. Now this big piece here, I always do try and tear that off, but it always just kind of comes in half. It kind of doesn't want to come off of there. But the easiest way I've found is here, just where the sort of little button or greaver bit is at the side. Take your craft knife and just tuck it in to the side of that. Alright, and then just push up to the top and flip it around and do the same on the other side. I'm going to cut towards myself. You really shouldn't do that, but I've done too many of these now. I know how safe it is. There we are. If you just pull that out now, rotate it all the way around. There we are. That whole piece just comes off. So it saves you trying to tear this piece off here. Now, however, if you want your rattle to be a bit louder, This little section here is a bit bigger and a bit heavier, so it does do a good job of that. The final little piece is right here. Now this little piece rarely comes off by hand, so you'll see there's a little gap underneath it. Just slide your knife in there and twist, and that will just pop off. Alright, now that's basically that done. All you need to do is a little bit of clean up down here, just to make sure all these little sharp edges are off, because if you're handing this to a kid, you don't want to have little sharp edges from support on there, but it's easy enough to get off. And once you've done that and sanded that down, you have your little rattle here ready to go. I'll put another couple of pieces in here. Oh, that's better. Once you've got that in there, we're going to get to the glue. So you want to grab the glue. Now I tend to put a piece on the inside edge of this angle. So up where the two buttons would be on this side, on the opposite side, I will put a little bead of glue there. Once the glue decides to come out, come on you. There we are. Just a little bead in there. That's just to hold the blade on once it gets in there. And then I run a little bead around this edge here. And this is why I like to use the gel, because when you're rotating this round, the gel holds on to it. It doesn't flow everywhere, it doesn't get everywhere. So run that round. That in there. And then you're just going to jam this inside here. Just like that. Get in there. Now, I put a bead at the back here, so that means if I just push that up, that's just going to hold that on. And that's it. So all now you have to do is just let this set. So the glue on this will set within the space of maybe 5 to 10 seconds. And if you have any sort of big beads on the outside, use a spare bit of the sprue just to pull that off. There. Get rid of that and you're done. So that's it. That's the baby's first little lightsaber. Now something I should have said when we were gluing this together. When you have the glue all on there, get all the beads down to the bottom on the outside and let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure it's a good solid seal in there, because the little pieces in there are a choking hazard if they do break free, so you want to make sure that glue is set in there and it is solid. Just make sure it's good and safe before you give it to your kid. Out with that, it is also a sort of good little novelty gift to give to any sort of grown Star Wars fan out there. But yeah, that's the baby's first rattle. You can pick up the files for this at randompropshop.com. Have a good one.